conversation and relating climate change to things like housing affordability, inequality, healthcare, to be able to say that it encompasses all of those things.
Well, you know, I think actually I was talking to a reporter about this last night. There's really a camouflage that's been put over Washington, D.C. It's called the Trump camouflage. And the fact of the matter is at least half of the Republican people, not politicians, people, when you ask Republicans, at least half of them say, yes, we get it. Donald Trump's wrong. This is not a Chinese hoax. We've seen paradise burn down. We've seen almost, 40% of the fields can't be planted in the Midwest because it's so wet. Republicans are now selling their mansions on the shoreline of Miami to go to high ground. So half of the Republican citizens get this. But because Trump and their politicians who are in bed with the fossil fuel industries, who take all their money from the fossil fuel industries, and who answer to their bosses in the fossil fuel industries, who therefore won't lift a finger to save America from the climate crisis, people act as if there aren't Republicans who really want action. At least half of them do. And so we're going to offer them a solution in that regard. And we're doing that. And there is no reason why Republicans and Democrats cannot work together on this issue. It is not a partisan issue in virtually any other country in the world, and we got to move forward on this. And we are. We're having more and more people. The polling on this has changed dramatically. It's changed about 12 points in the last 12 months. And I would like to take credit for that. I really would. I would like to say, by gum, I've been giving some really Sacagawalier speeches in the last 12 months, and people are just wowed, and they're waking up to this. I just can't tell you that. The reason they're waking up to it is so they've seen Paradise, California burn to the ground. And I was there. It was spooky. I drove around for an hour with Jerry Brown's emergency director. And it was like you're on the scene of a post-apocalypse Hollywood movie. I went to a little community called Little Haiti in Miami 2 days ago. It's a community of a lot of Haitian refugees came here in the early 80s. And they've established this really vibrant culture. And they live on the high ground of Miami, which is about, 20 feet. But they're getting dispossessed because all the rich people on the shoreline have to move uphill, and they're dispossessing people in the Haitian community. This is a national thing, and it's impacting people. It's like the couple in New Hampshire I met whose daughter lost 2 years in college because she got Lyme disease because ticks are moving north. So this is now a tipping point. We now understand both the urgency of this matter. At the same time, we recognize the economic potential of this matter. But we need leadership. We need somebody to spark the imagination of the American people. We need somebody with the gumption to look in the CEO's eyes of the oil and gas industry and says, you need to stand down. You've had your time. We are not going to allow you to make America a sacrificial zone to CEO bonus plans in the oil and gas industry. And I've got a willingness to do that. I'm not exactly a finger in the wind retiring violet. I stood up to George Bush and voted against the Iraq War. I stood up against the biggest banks in America when I voted against the repeal of the Glass-Steagall bill so we could protect consumers. I'm standing up against people now in the tech industry who want to violate Americans' privacy. And I'm leading an effort to have a privacy bill. I was one of the first congressmen, and I am the first governor, to sign a net neutrality bill in the United States. We can't allow the tech guys to violate net neutrality. So, I think you get the picture. I think I'm up to this job. So.
Last question.
Yeah.